Hi, Aries. Welcome to Pandora Astrology's monthly horoscope for July of 2021. Well, this month there's a tie-in between Juno's relationship retrospection period that we're all involved in right now, and also the Chiron transit in Aries, which might feel really personal to you specifically because Aries is your sign. And if you are feeling that Chiron transit, then a natal and transit reading would be the right place to find out more about it and learn how to navigate it, skillfully. You'll find the link for that in the YouTube description below. Well, July is looking pretty good for a couple of different reasons. One is Mercury is not retrograde anymore. Hooray. Two is both of this month's moons are harmonious in their nature. There's a lot of harmony going on with the moons, not a lot of stress. Thirdly, that moon harmony is supporting and helping Juno because the Juno retrograde process is not interacting stressfully with the moons, which means that if you experienced a high emotion last month, during Juno's retrograde period, this month it's going to be a lot more smooth. So thank goodness for that. And so let's just take a little quick peek at this. Juno's relationship retrospection is happening for you in your 9th house, which is going to double up on Juno's theme, which is a Sagittarian theme. This is a time when for 4 weeks, everyone on Earth is looking at our relationships and asking ourselves, is this relationship helping me grow and expand? Or is it stifling and squashing me? And do I allow room for my partner to expand? And what does this relationship mean anyway? So you'll be asking yourself a lot of those questions. And also you may find at the turn of this month, like as this month is beginning, Juno has already been in a trine with Chiron, and that condition goes on for the beginning of the month, and that Chiron there in your 1st house has been bringing up some old wounding for you that may feel really personal, and you may feel like, there is a real need to learn to express yourself and assert yourself in ways that have a little bit more balance. So if some of those themes came up during your relationship retrospection, well, that would not be a surprise at all. And both of those things can be helped by checking out some videos that we have. One of them is the Juno retrograde video, which is in last month's playlist for June of 2021. And in that video, you can find out more about what does Juno retrograde mean? How long is it going to last? What are the phases of it? And, and then there's the Chiron video, which we're making for you this month. It's in our July 2021 news playlist. And it's all about how do Chiron transits feel? How do you know when you're having one? And what can you do about it, especially when those ouchies come along? So I know, Julia, that you've got some Mercury activity for the Aries of the world. What is that stuff?
Yeah, well, hey there, Aries. So Mercury is the planet of communication and mentation, and it has just ended its retrograde cycle, which really went on last month, but we're still reverberating a bit from it in the first week because it's officially out of the cycle when it's moving fast. And right now it's kind of slowly picking up steam. Anyway, so the beginning, the first 11 days of the month, Mercury, just like last month, is in your 3rd house. This is the house of communication. It's also the house of learning. So this is a wonderful transit for learning something new. It's also a wonderful time for writing as well, because Mercury represents writing as well as the 3rd house. So there's a double meaning to that too. And then on July 11th, Mercury is going to move into your 4th house of family and home. So this is going to be a time where a lot of your thinking, a lot of your communication may take place more in your domestic world. That could be maybe you're communicating more, calling your mom a lot more, or she's calling you a lot more. You could also be thinking about your housing situation. What are ways you could improve it? What you would like your next housing situation to be as well. Then Venus, the planet of art, beauty, and relationships, spends the first 3 weeks of the month in your fifth house where she loves to be. This is a wonderful transit for all of the single Aries out there to go out and meet someone cute, because this is a wonderful transit for dating, because dating is represented by the fifth house and Venus is the planet of love. This is also a nice time to just kind of enjoy your hobbies, to get creative as well too, because those are other meanings of the fifth house. Then on July 21st, Venus is going to move into your sixth house of work, which means that this will be a time where you might focus a little bit more on your career, your job, and can be getting along really well with the people you work with, whether those are your bosses or just work colleagues. Then Mars, the planet of action and activity, is pretty much all month in your fifth house as well. Remember, Venus, I just mentioned, was in here too. Mars tends to bring a different energy than Venus. It is the planet of action, where we kind of expend our energy. And it can sometimes be a little bit conflict prone as well. Since the fifth house can also represent children, that could mean if you have children that you guys are running into more flare-ups than usual. The fifth house being a fun and sort of active, gamey type of house means that you really want to put your energy towards all of the kind of fun stuff, so that if you have to deal with duties or obligations or maybe professional stuff that's holding you back, it could get you kind of stir crazy and a little bit frustrated as well.
Yep. Okay, well, there are a couple of moons I want to tell you about. The first one is coming on July 9th, and this is a new moon in Cancer, which falls right in your house of home and family, domestic life, heritage, and roots. And so I think there's going to be a really strong family feeling going on for you under this new moon. New moons are great times to plant seeds. And the seeds that we're recommending that you plant this month are seeds of random kindness. And that's because the moon in its own sign is very reminiscent of the idea of, universal mother, pouring out the milk of human kindness, Kuan Yin, those kinds of feelings of like, how can I nurture others and express my care for them? This falling in your fourth house of home and family is really super appropriate. And we definitely recommend that you do some random kindnesses for people in your family, whether you live in the same household with them presently or not. And that might just be a really beautiful thing. So a little bit later in the month, we have a change of season as the sun moves out of that sign of Cancer and into the sign of Leo, bringing a beginning to your fifth house of Leonine creativity, self-expression, warmth, generosity, and those themes of fun, pleasure, and play that Julia was talking about. So the sun is going to be moving through this house for, its usual month, its usual Leo season, really lighting up this house and bringing your attention to it. So that is a great season for you to express your creativity and even perform it into the world. And the next day, July 23rd, although a better view of it appears when I set the chart for July 24th, we can see that there is a full moon in Aquarius opposite that sun in Leo. This one we're calling community support, because the moon is all about support. It is the universal mother. And in this case, Aquarius representing tribe, friends and friendship, community, and those people who mirror us to ourselves in group contexts, that you could find some nurturing experiences in those contexts during this full moon, again, mainly because this moon is very harmonious. There are harmonious connections to several other planets under this moon, which just really bring out its warmth and that wonderful feeling of support. So go to your community for support and take support to your community and really enjoy your friendships under this full moon. Well, that's what we had for you today, Aries. Hope you enjoyed it. And if you did, please spread it out over your social network and let all your friends know about our horoscopes, which we make just for you. And if you like this good stuff, you can check out our website, pandoraastrology.com, where you will always find the horoscopes of the month, along with the monthly forecast and our services page with all the readings that we do and the classes as well. And until next time, we'll see you around the cosmos. Bye-bye.
Bye.